The Daily Ironman Show with Ironman Daily is Ironman Daily. This is Ironman Daily back again with another thrilling installment of the Ironman Daily Show. And as you can see, I'm standing here atop Darroch. Oh, I just started the timer and now I'm going in. I didn't record audio during this, so I'm just speaking over top, and I'm gonna slap this spoken word audio onto the video after in the editing situation. I just wanted to record some audio here because this run was so cool and stuff. It's 25 minutes long, so I don't know if I actually want to stay here this whole time and speak over top of it, but might as well, right? Uncut 5 Barrows chest speed run. So I made a mistake here. Well, it's not really a mistake. I went Darroch into Verac, and normally I go Darroch into Guthen, and I think you can do it either way. It's fine, but this way I feel like I forget which Barrows brothers I've killed already, and so it's easier to remember the pattern if I go Darroch into Guthen every single time. And then I like to do Aram and Carol together. So here, since I went Darroch into Verac, I go down to Torag next. Torag has the tunnel, so now I'm going to do Carol and then Aram, and then Guthen, and then back to Torag. I could also go straight to Guthen here, but I don't think that's any faster. Here I use my specs. I already have strength and attack potion up, so I didn't pot up for this. Used all my specs, switched to the cudgel, and I leave too early. So this was the big mistake in the very first chest. I left when Carol had 9 HP, wasted all my specs, and now he respawns back at full health. So absolute travesty. I zoom in for dramatic effect to show how bad this is, how much time I'm wasting. What a terrible run so far. What an absolute garbage-ass, trash, garbage-ass run. SMH, my head. That's what Ironman Daily says. Being so slow at Barrows. Trying to get under 5 minutes per chest. If you get under 5 minutes per chest, do you know how fast that is, man? That's crazy fast. That's like, what is that, 12 chests per hour? And then, what's 8 times 12? 96. So in an 8-hour workday, you could do almost 100 chests. So 5 days a week, 100 chests a day. If you did this as a full-time job, you'd be getting 500 chests per week. I forget exactly the rankings. I'd like to put the rankings up on the screen. I think the rank 1 Ironman has less than 10,000 chests, so that's like 20 weeks. That's half a year, 6 months of work, and boom, you're rank 1 Barrows chest. So all you have to do is you have to be able to afford 6 months of unemployment, and then you just grind this out like a full-time job, and you're done in 6 months. Rank 1 Ironman Barrows chests. I'm at less than 500 chests here. I haven't even gotten all of the items yet. I haven't even green logged. Right now I'm missing Carol's leather top, Aram's robe top, Guthen's spear, Carol's crossbow, and the Torag's legs and Darroch's legs. So 6 items. I've memorized them all, the ones that I still need to get. I have all the helmets. I have all the tops except 2. I have all the legs except 2. I have all the weapons except 2. So for every one of these runs, I'm going up to 86. The theory behind the reward potential is you want to get as high of a reward potential as possible below 88% if you're trying to maximize your loots. And specifically, these are the loots outside of the Barrows items. Killing the 2 skeletons and a worm does not affect your chances of getting a Barrows item at all. So you don't want to do this if you're just going for Barrows items. I'm doing this so I can get more blood runes. But if you go over, what is it? Yeah, if you go over 88%, then you're going to get some Carol's bolts, and you don't want those because they're not as valuable as the blood runes. So that's the theory behind maxing out at 88. So 2 skeletons and a worm brings you up to 86%, which is good. Here, I think I don't know if I wasn't paying attention to see if I've done the 2 skeletons and a worm yet, but here's Torag. Reward potential is at 74. Based on what I'm doing with the camera angle here, I expect that the reward potential will go up to 84 as soon as this guy is down. So there it goes, 86%, sorry, not 84. Terrible loot, but that's okay. Hit the timer, hit the split on live split, teleport back to home, quickly repray, and then go through I rearranged my house for this to make this faster. Repray, charge prayer, go back through the portal, and now it's straight to Darrock. So that one, I know I messed up on Carol. I left the crypt, the tomb, too early, and so that ruined my run, but the remaining 4 chests are all sub 5 minutes, and I do it fast enough in order to get a sub 25-minute completion time. You might notice in my inventory I have 4,500 death runes. That's all just from running Barrows. I've just been here. I wanted to stay here so long that my cash stack got green text. I mean, got white text. Get 100k GP just from Barrows chests. Doesn't take too long. I haven't done it yet because I've been banking and whatnot. I haven't been doing farm runs, haven't been going to tiers or anything. I've just been grinding Barrows. I was hoping I would be able to stack up the elite clue boxes, but you can get 1, but you can't get more than 1. Even if you already have an elite clue, you can get an elite clue box. So it's kind of like you can hold 2 clues at a time, but it caps out at 2. Tried running one of the elite clues, but the item requirements were annoying. So I think I might just forget about those. I might just quit playing for life. What's the point of even doing Barrows chests if I can't open 500 chests per week for 6 months in a row? What is the point, ladies and gentlemen? So as you can see, I've been rambling like crazy. I've run out of things to say, and I'm not even halfway done. But it is what it is. This is the bonus episode. I have been thinking about like RuneScape videos just because I've been doing this daily show for a while and it's hard to just quit cold turkey. I was thinking about how awesome it would be to finally open all of my crystal chests, like 10 enhanced crystal keys. That's basically what I'm sitting on. That'd be so fun to open, and I feel like it would be a waste to do that off camera. So that is the sting, that is the allure of the daily show. It's like everything I do in RuneScape, I feel like I have to record it and make a video out of it. I don't even think I'm going to be using live split anymore. Maybe I can just test myself to try to get a faster time. It's nice to bang 5 chests out in a half hour. It's like pretty quick and easy. Just go get those chests done. I think right now my character is back at Motherlode Mine because that's easy on mobile. You can just hit the Motherlode Mine, stack up a bunch of ores, and I'll use that to get 79 smithing for the enhanced keys. But I don't know. The downside of doing all that is you have to go to Blast Furnace, and that's boring and annoying. I'd rather just sit at Barrows all day. I'm going to look through my phone notes and see if I have some words of wisdom. Yeah, let me just read through all this. Tune in to the playlist if you're behind. Please like, share, and subscribe. Death surrounds me. The walls close in from all sides. There is no escape. accept your fate and submit with honor to a duel with my son. Oh, here's a fun fact. RDO kills count towards Callisto combat achievements, so that's great. I'm using some new gender-neutral pronouns. They're fuck and fucks. Those are my new pronouns. All these fucking corporate professionals looking around for someone to blame, just blame God. Blame God for everything. I needed to add a holy chorus sound effect and an air horn sound effect to one of my previous episodes. I have a note to do that, but I never got around to it. I just uploaded it. Okay, here's chest number 2. What's it gonna be? I forget which one of these chests has the knife. Oh, snap! Can you believe it? There it is, Aram's robe top. The most valuable item on the Grand Exchange of all the Barrows items. And it finally completes my Aram set. I'm gonna look so much better than with a Mystic robe top. Can you believe it? Look how dripped that is. Look at that dark green robe, like, oh my god, just so. And now I can't even stop to celebrate because I'm in the middle of a speedrun. So I just go and dig right into Darrock and keep it going. But hopefully I'll get a chance here to zoom in and take a closer look at this outfit. Bam, there it is. Look at how fly I look with my Aram's robe top. Oh yes, I even have the Barrows gloves. I have the Mystic boots to match my beard. I have the perfect cape. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy with this outfit. Finally getting her done. Anyways, let's continue reading through all these old notes. I have a note here that says, hook in the non-old school players with titles like, what makes RuneScape the best MMO? Play RuneScape in 2025. The cultural impact of RuneScape, etc. I need to time my audio so I know how to sync it up with the video properly. So what if I say, right now, that's when, whoa. Okay, I'm gonna say spaghetti right when I dig in, right when I change scene. Spaghetti! Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, just spaghetti as soon as it's my react. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm rambling. Let's continue reading. God War is possible. Yeah, that's one thing that would be so cool. Doing Bandos, going for the Bandos chestplate after I'm all done at Barrows. That's some good high-level content. Anyways, the winners of Ukraine versus Russia and Israel versus Iran should have to nuke each other, or at least they should fight each other in like the semifinals. And then the winner of that battle has to go and fight the winner of US versus China or something. The tournament. I really wanted to have daily shoutouts or quotes of the day in my videos, but I was just so hectically uploading, I never got around to doing that. I could shout out YouTubers, commenters, things I'm interested in. I did do some of that. I had some good shoutouts. Yeah, one of these notes is so stupid, it doesn't even make sense. The overheads, what does that even mean? Anyways, just be cool. When I was a kid, my dad told me that a cool person was just someone I wanted to be like. But what's the difference between someone who's cool and someone who I admire? I actually figured this out. I have another note on this somewhere else. Let me just open that up. What it means to be cool. Yeah, the fruit of life is the renewal of novel experience. A cool person is someone who exposes themselves to novelty and is able to renew it. The coolness of taking drugs, for example, is not the quality. The coolness isn't in the quality of taking drugs, or that the experience of being high on drugs. It's in the novelty and the exploration of it. Once you become too saturated in whatever is novel to you, it is no longer as cool. So there you go. There's a fun little definition of what it means to be cool. Elaine Pagels. Why is there a note there? Soul Wars. Yeah, I could go Soul Wars. Get myself an imbued Slayer helm. Very smooth, nutty, and robust. My sex life is like a nice cup of coffee. Slayer for 77 defense and GP. Yeah, that's done. Corrupted Gauntlet for GP. Shout out to Nevermind91. He's a Gauntlet master. I never ended up going to the Gauntlet on this account. Maybe in 2026, but probably not. get all the Christianity videos done before uploading. I'm going to upload those on Philosophy Walks instead, so check out that other channel for the Christian polemics. I'm going to have 5 videos in that series, I think. One of them's like, stop being Catholic, stop being Orthodox, stop being Protestant, stop being Mormon, etc. I'm just going to be like refuting each of the different sects. And by refuting, I mean encouraging people to abandon the tradition. Anyways, busting up some huge nuts, stick your dick in a toaster, monkey nuts, possible. Welcome to Ironman Daily. Oh, and there's Toreg's hammer on chest number 3. Already down at 15 minutes. Let's go back. Home port, quick pray. Praying from 0 is fine. Enter the Barrows portal. No bank in here. I've still got my mystical robe top in my inventory. And we're back at Darrock again. We're going fast. I wanted to do 2,000 laps at Apatol in order to get the princely monkey. And I don't even remember what the princely monkey is, but I think it's just a cosmetic item. It would match my cursed banana and my monkey backpack. Should I make StarCraft 2 and chess videos? I've been playing a lot of StarCraft and chess lately. Should I start a Discord? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, I have a comment about selling out on YouTube. Fuck all these goddamn sellouts. Shout out to Leg TV, because they are openly sellouts. But yeah, stop selling out, please. 12 more rules for life. I posted a video some weeks ago or months ago about 12 rules for life, and they were really good. But here's more. So my last video with 12 rules for life was a bit confusing, and the rules weren't all that clear. So here are 12 more rules. These ones are really good. You should follow these rules. I came up with these rules in less than 3 minutes while I was trying to fall asleep last night, because I'm so attuned with how to live properly. It doesn't take me much time to come up with this stuff. So, rule number 1, meditate every morning. Rule number 2, pray every night. Rule number 3, get regular exercise. Rule number 4, get to know your neighbors. Rule number 5, brush your teeth twice per day. Rule number 6, floss daily. Rule number 7, shower and bathe regularly. Rule number 8, read books or hit the sauna. Rule number 9, socialize and make friends. Rule number 10, respect women. Rule number 11, eat shit. And rule number 12 is die. Okay, so those are 12 more rules for life, rules to live by. Here's another comment. This one is titled, I am in the afterlife. All of my friends and family were sent to the lake of fire, but I was sent to the lake of ice. My bedding is always damp, the cold keeps me up at night, and the running water never gets warm. Here we are at Toreg. Dave Ramsey touches me. Do you guys know about Dave Ramsey? I had a dream where instead of giving financial advice when people asked for help, he just told them that they were beyond hope and advised people to kill themselves. That would be pretty miserable in real life, but in my dream it was really funny. Dave Ramsey, the mega super deca multi-millionaire, just telling people, having a call-in show and just telling all the callers to kill themselves. Communist capitalism and capitalist communism. That's a topic I'll tell you about after this crypt. You can see what I'm doing here. I land in the opening room and I immediately mage down a skeleton or a worm that I can see. And as soon as he gets close, I switch my melee gear. Come in through this door, get a worm, so I'm counting here. I've got 1 skeleton, 1 worm down. I just need 1 more skeleton. Use the minimap to click all the way at the end of the tunnel here. And I'm keeping my eye out, keeping my eyes peeled for 1 more skeleton. Here I'm going to try and take this guy, but I'm already under attack by the crypt rat. Here's the skeleton. I'm going to take this one out, and then it's just Aram, and I'm going to open the chest. So anyways, communist capitalism and capitalist communism. The theory of the modern West is that it's better to have communism embedded within a capitalist system than to have capitalism embedded within a communist system. That's basically it. Here's Aram switching to my Pray Magic and Piety. Gonna melee him down with my DDS specs. I forgot to mention, I think it was chest number 2, one of the chests here, I spec down Aram with only 2 specs. I use half my special bar and kill him super fast. It's very rare to get him down so quickly. Maybe I've only done it once before. But especially since I normally use my specs on Kirill, I don't normally get the chance to spec down Aram like that. Aram usually takes the longest to kill out of any of the brothers. There's 122 blood runes. What an excellent drop. So many blood runes. So that's why we go for the 86%. Get those blood runes. I am getting enough blood runes to replenish all of the blood runes I use while running this. I'm up to 9,200 blood runes, and I started with 7,000. So I'm up plus 2,000 blood runes already, pretty much. And that's while using them to cast spells. Here's a note about K-pop music. This episode goes out to all the K-pop fans. Your taste in music is dog shit, and if I catch you in the wilderness, I'm going to PK you. Listen to Gavin Ortland on YouTube if you want to fill your ears with esoteric drivel. Continuationalism, Calvinism, eschatology, soteriology. Fuck all this theological garbage. Do some real philosophy, you cowards. 1 Timothy 2 verse 4 refutes predestination. Predestination would be good if you could just call yourself a determinist instead. For those who don't know, predestination is like the Christian version of determinism. It's the idea that everything is ultimately caused, like everything is cause and effect. There's all of the causes that determine the nature of reality ultimately come from outside the human will. So we have no free will. Christianity is patriarchal to protect you from women. The metaphor is that God is your woman, but the illusion is that you are God's woman. So that's pretty esoteric. Oh, look at me spec down Carol so fast. Yeah, Christianity is patriarchal to protect you from women. The metaphor is that God is your woman, but the illusion is that you are God's woman. So yeah, if you always put God first, then you can never be swindled in some sort of love bombing relationship where you have to put your partner first. You can always say, no, I put God first, and you have to play second fiddle to Big J. Turn your gold bars into certs and sell at Falador West Bank. I remember back in the day, motherfuckers were talking about turning gold bars into certs, and I had no idea what that meant. But it turns out certs are just banknotes, dummy. Old school RuneScape. See, blah blah blah, folder in the blah blah blah. Use as a script. Dang. Struggling with YouTube addiction? Create a new YouTube account. Subscribe to Ironman Daily and don't watch any other videos. Stay on my channel and you will be safe. If you've seen every one of my videos and commented and liked every one of my videos, then you should come to me and I will create more videos for you. But otherwise, just stay on my channel and you'll be safe. I will be here to speak with you and advise you upon request. Take heart and be blessed. I like how in the baptism of Jesus at the beginning of Mark, Jesus goes into the wilderness. That's some druidic badassery, for real. Matthew chapter 26, verse 52. 40 days and 40 nights. Big J is just wandering around the wilderness. Here we go into... what happened there? Did I... oh, yeah, I'm in the crypt here, Torag. I think I accidentally climbed up the ladder. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my notes. Wage slavery, national slavery. One of the most popular arguments against Christianity is a moral argument that attacks the scriptures. Slavery in the Bible is not condemned as much as homosexuality. However, you may be surprised to know that slavery is alive and well all around the world in 2025, even though it's illegal to own humans as property. And national debt. How is national debt okay? Here's a note for an episode. The economy is still a lie. It's not like farmers own shit. Social balance keeps peace. Communism is ableist if workers get to own the means of production. Who should suppose that workers would be generous to the disabled? Landowners versus slaves. When workers of the world unite, it is slaves come to war against their masters. Was it Nietzsche who said, Debt is the material form of the idea that we are guilty for existing, the notion that we need to redeem ourselves and pay a price for the very act of existing, which frames existence itself as sinful. Anyways, here's Torag. I'm not sure if I went over... No, 74 is good. So 74 up to 86, and we're on to chest number 5. Boom, there it is. I still have some old notes to get through, so let me just... Whoa, there's actually a ton of these. There's a ton of notes I still have to get through. Don't end the episode yet. Maybe I'll just save these for another channel. Thanks for watching, and remember to prostrate yourself before the altar of Guthix. Praise Guthix with all your heart. Blah, 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 blah. Looks like this still goes on a little bit longer. What am I clicking at here? Mauritania? Oh yeah, the Mauritania Elite. Loot the Barrows chest while wearing any complete Barrows set. Pretty based, pretty dope. All these tech companies coming out with new technologies, and everything is precariously balanced in towers of new technology, with everyone racing to be first to new corners of the technology market. Why can't we build something more stable with a long-term focus on equality and prosperity? The problem with so much new technology is that it creates quality and security leaks. We gain cellular telephones and then are immediately crushed by smartphones. It's evidenced in gaming as well, when AAA studios can't build a 70GB game without bugs. You are pampered and privileged with luxurious buggy technology. Social media too is not what we need either. All we need is email and SMS. Nothing ever works properly. I'm so fed up.